Welcome to the deep dive. You mentioned wanting to get smart, fast on healthy food choices, and that got us thinking. Sardines. Seriously, we're about to plunge into why these little fish are such a nutritional powerhouse.
Exactly. We've pulled together some really compelling information from a Healthline article, Are Sardines Good for You?
Mm-hmm.
And a super enthusiastic blog post from Nutrition Solutions, The Surprising Nutritional Benefits of Sardines.
Right.
Our goal today is to cut through the noise and give you the essential insights on why sardines, deserve a spot on your plate without overwhelming you.
Okay, so when you think sardines, you probably picture those tightly packed cans. Fun fact, they're named after Sardinia, an Italian island where they used to be, well, everywhere.
hmm
Yeah,
And because they're so delicate, canning is the way they usually make it to us.
that's right. Okay.
What's fascinating right off the bat, though, is what they eat.
Hey,
Both sources emphasize that sardines primarily feed on plankton.
plankton.
Yeah. Now, if we connect this to the bigger picture for you, their diet means they don't accumulate high levels of mercury like some of the bigger fish that live longer and eat other fish.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
That's a really significant plus for anyone thinking about incorporating more seafood into their diet. A really big deal, actually.
Definitely good to know. So we know what they are and why they're usually in a can. Let's get into the good stuff. Why they're considered a nutritional superstar. Right away, both our sources highlight omega-3 fatty acids.
They absolutely do. Both the Healthline article and the Nutrition Solutions blog are really clear on this. Sardines are loaded with these essential fats.
Essential, right.
Now, when we talk about omega-3s and their anti-inflammatory properties, what that really means for you is potential support for your heart health. They can help, reduce the risk of blood clots and even lower blood pressure.
Wow.
It's a pretty significant benefit packed into such a small fish.
It really is incredible. And the goodness doesn't stop there, does it? Vitamins are another big win with sardines, especially vitamin B12.
Absolutely. Vitamin B12 is key for keeping your cardiovascular system running smoothly, and it's also crucial for your energy levels, as the Healthline piece points out.
Energy, okay.
What's also worth noting for you is the vitamin D content. Both sources mention how important vitamin D is for strong bones. The Nutrition Solutions blog even suggests that sardines could be a particularly good choice during those winter months
Oh, right.
when we might not be getting enough sunlight for our bodies to produce vitamin D naturally.
That's a really practical tip. Now, here's something that really jumped out at me. Calcium. I always think milk and cheese, but sardines are apparently a fantastic source, especially the ones with the soft bones.
This is a real standout benefit, yeah. The Nutrition Solutions blog highlights that if you eat, say, a 100-gram serving of canned sardines with the bones,
You eat the bones.
yeah, they're soft, totally edible in the canned ones, you could be getting up to 30% of your daily calcium needs.
30% from fish bones.
Yep. The Healthline article backs this up, noting that this makes them an excellent option if you're lactose intolerant, have dairy allergies, or just need to boost your calcium intake, like during pregnancy.
That's huge.
And even if you go for the boneless sardines, you're still getting around 10% of your daily value, so it's still, a meaningful contribution.
That's a game changer if you're looking for non-dairy calcium sources. Okay, beyond these major players, omega-3s, vitamins, calcium, what other nutritional gems are hiding in these little fish?
Well, there's a whole range of essential minerals. Both sources list niacin, iron, potassium, magnesium, zinc, and phosphorus.
Wow, okay.
Think about it. These minerals are involved in everything from healthy nerve function and carrying oxygen in your blood to maintaining good blood pressure and supporting your immune system. A lot going on there.
It's like a miniature multi-mineral supplement in a can. Seriously. And let's not forget protein. The Nutrition Solutions blog was really enthusiastic about the protein content.
They were very enthusiastic. They point out that a small tin of sardines, maybe around 100 grams packed in olive oil, can give you about 25 grams of complete protein.
Complete protein, meaning.
It essentially means it provides all the essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. And to put that in perspective for you, that's comparable to what you'd find in the same amount of meat, fish, or chicken.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And as the Healthline article reminds us, protein is vital for building and repairing healthy tissues, bones, muscles creating antibodies to fight infections, and even transporting nutrients and oxygen around your body. Really fundamental stuff.
And there's still more. Selenium keeps popping up in our sources. What's the deal with selenium?
Yes, selenium is another really important mineral found in sardines. The Nutrition Solutions blog describes it as an antioxidant,
Antioxidant, okay.
suggesting it can help protect your cells from damage, which might play a role in preventing diseases like cancer and heart disease. Interestingly, they also mention that the amount of selenium can vary quite a bit between different brands, sometimes providing up to your entire daily value in just one serving.
The whole day's worth. Wow.
Yeah, potentially. The Healthline article also confirms its presence, so it's definitely in there.
So we're talking omega-3s for your heart, a great mix of vitamins and minerals for overall health, high-quality protein for building blocks, and selenium as a potential protector. Is there anything else noteworthy about their nutritional profile? Did we miss anything?
Well, both sources also briefly highlight the presence of choline, which is really important for brain health. So as you can see, calling sardines a nutritional powerhouse is definitely not an exaggeration. It's pretty accurate.
Okay. I'm convinced on the nutritional front. But how do we actually choose and eat these little guys? Let's get practical for you, the listener.
Good question. When it comes to selecting sardines, especially the canned kind you'll most often find, both sources offer some good advice. The Healthline article suggests you might want to lean towards sardines packed in olive oil rather than soybean oil.
Olive oil over soybean. Why is that?
Generally considered a healthier fat profile. Water-packed is also a solid choice if you're looking to keep the overall fat content lower.
Right, lower fat.
And a simple but crucial reminder from both. Always take a quick look at the expiration date on the can. Seems obvious, but...
Yeah, good reminder. Don't want fishy surprises. Okay, and what if you happen to stumble upon fresh sardines? Is that common?
Less common, but possible.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to find fresh sardines, the Healthline piece gives some good indicators of quality. You want them to smell fresh, like the ocean, not overly fishy.
Okay, sniff test.
Sniff test first, then look. The skin should have a nice shine, their eyes should look bright, not cloudy, and the fish itself should feel firm to the touch.
Firm, shiny, bright eyes. Got it.
They also remind us that fresh sardines will need a little prep. You'll need to gut and rinse them before you can cook them.
Gutting and rinsing sounds like a bit more of a commitment than popping open a can.
It definitely is. More involved.
Now, let's talk about the exciting part, how to actually enjoy these nutritional dynamos. Our sources have some tasty suggestions for you.
They really do. And both sources emphasize how versatile sardines are, which is maybe surprising.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought versatile.
Right. But the Healthline article suggests tossing them into salads for a protein and nutrient boost, enjoying them as a simple snack on crackers for a quick bite, or using them as a key ingredient in main courses.
Okay, salads, crackers, mains.
They even give some specific recipe ideas, like a Mediterranean-inspired Greek salad with sardines, a classic Sicilian spaghetti dish. Spaghetti con la sarda alla palermitana, that sounds fancy.
Ooh, yeah.
Simply grilled fresh sardines, a hearty Mediterranean casserole, a speedy sardine curry, and even a refreshing spring salad with a tarragon vinaigrette.
Those actually sound really good, not just, plopped on toast.
Exactly. And the Nutrition Solutions blog chimes in with some equally easy ways to enjoy them.
Like what?
Well, they suggest the super no-fuss approach of eating them straight from the can with some crackers, a classic for a reason, right?
Can't beat simple.
True. They also recommend mashing them up to make delicious fish cakes, or just adding them to your favorite pasta sauces or salads. Again, it really highlights how adaptable they are.
So, whether you're after a speedy snack or an ingredient for a more involved meal, sardines seem to fit the bill.
Interesting. Now, with all these great benefits, we should probably touch on any health considerations for you before you make them a regular part of your diet.
That's a really important point to cover. Definitely need to mention the caveats. The Healthline article mentions a couple of key things to keep in mind. First, if you have kidney problems or gout,
Okay.
you might want to be cautious or even avoid sardines. This is because they naturally contain substances called purines, which can contribute to a buildup of uric acid in the body.
Oh, okay. Uric acid buildup. Bad for gout and kidneys?
Yeah.
Good to know. What else?
The salt content in canned sardines is another factor to consider. They can be quite high in sodium. Right, canning often involves salt.
Exactly. So if you're watching your sodium intake for blood pressure or other reasons, it's always a really good idea to check those nutrition labels,
Yeah.
compare brands, maybe look for lower sodium options if they exist.
Check the label. Smart. Anything else?
And finally, both sources point out that sardines tend to be relatively high in calories, regardless of whether they're packed in oil or water. The oil adds more, obviously, but even in water, they're nutrient dense, which often means calorie dense, too.
So, mindful portion sizes, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. If you're keeping a close eye on your calorie intake, it's just something to factor into your overall dietary choices for the day or week.
Okay, so to quickly recap for you, our listener, for most people, the impressive health benefits of sardines seem to far outweigh any potential downsides. We're talking a significant dose of those heart-healthy omega-3s,
Check.
vital vitamins like B12 and D for energy and bones, a fantastic source of calcium, especially if you eat the bones, plus a whole host of other beneficial minerals and high-quality protein.
Yep. Lots of good stuff.
The main things to be aware of are for those with kidney issues or gout, maybe steer clear or talk to your doctor. And for everyone else, just keep an eye on the salt and calorie content, particularly in the canned versions.
Precisely. That sums it up well. The Healthline article even concludes that while sardines might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of healthy food, their extensive list of benefits, with pretty minimal drawbacks for most people, makes them well worth considering.
Okay, this has been incredibly informative, seriously eye-opening about sardines. So the key takeaway for you is that sardines are truly a nutrient-dense food, offering a remarkable array of beneficial components that could be a really valuable addition to your diet.
Definitely. And as you think about incorporating them, just keep those potential precautions in mind. Kidneys, gout, sodium, calories. Taking a quick peek at those nutrition labels is always a smart move, just to know what you're getting.
Absolutely. Always good to be informed. So, considering the surprisingly powerful nutritional profile and the sheer versatility of sardines, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other commonly overlooked foods might be hiding some unexpected health benefits just waiting for us to discover them?
That's a great question. Anchovies, maybe? Mackerel?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely opens up some avenues for thought.
It really does. Definitely given me something to ponder. Until our next deep dive,